Hey everyone, welcome to the podcast. This week with Gus,
Brandon,
Barbara.
Jordan.
did you see how I remember
Gus.
this time?
Good job,
You did.
Brandon.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
you're learning.
I know.
It's-
One day we'll like be able to get it all.
Podcasting is a lot like riding a bike. Like once you do it, and if you haven't done it for a while, it just comes back to you.
It does.
You just get
You
right
need some
back on
training
there.
wheels at
You just do
first,
some
too, though.
talking.
Well, it's been a while
Yeah.
since you've been on, right, Jordan?
Yeah, but it's like riding a bike. I know how to talk.
I had something gross happening right before we came on air.
You said you
I
were
thought
going
you
to
were
talk
talking
about
about
I
it.
didn't want to show it just because it's like it's stupid. But I went to the bathroom. I was washing my hands, and something happened when I hit the soap dispenser. That like soap went right through my fingers, and it squirted in a forceful jet right down on my shoe, and it looked like I jizzed all over my shoe.
I've seen jizz on shoes. That looked like a booger.
This looked like a booger.
Yeah.
You've seen jizz on shoes?
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen jizz
why?
on stuff.
Where
I'm
did
just
you-
saying, like, as a
Can you
guy.
say whose it was?
I've never come on a shoe.
No, no. Well, not intentionally,
Wait,
but
was
like,
it your cup?
yeah.
Do you just go around?
So you would be my cum.
You think he's staring at someone else's jizz on his shoe? If that happens, you
When
have a
did that
fetish.
happen?
If that happens,
Do you
Afraid
just
that
go
happens.
around like jerking off on stuff?
No, I'd be
It's
like,
just
you tune out in an airport bathroom, you don't realize that somebody in the stall next to you.
See,
just-
I just think this is Gus's way of covering up the fact that he was doing his pre-podcast like jack off.
He was
No,
doing
do that in
his
the bungalow.
pre-podcast pump.
I've never thought of that. That would totally clear your mind, right? I'll be like, guys, I gotta go to my house real quick. I'll be back. My
Pre-podcast.
pre-podcast pump.
Exactly.
as Blaine says.
Yeah,
That's
pumping
what
his
Blaine's
dick.
really doing.
Yeah.
I thought you guys aren't going to badmouth Blaine this week, right?
No,
we're
Jordan and
working
I
on
talked
that.
about it.
They already did.
We do agree, though. It's
Here
really
we go.
It's
We're
all
not going to
Blaine's
do
fault.
it, but
No. I'll just say we're doing our best to get over it, but he doesn't.
Brandon comes over to my desk at least once a day to talk about how he's still mad about it. And I
Because
think
it comes up naturally.
the thing you're most mad about is that you can't get over it.
About the
Yeah. It makes me so mad because
For
he
the
won't
smite
own it. He won't just say, "Yeah, I'm sorry." He told Adam Kovic that we're villainizing him.
You're
And I
talking
just-
about it.
I just want him to be like, "Yeah, it was douchey." And it's like I can't, and then it can't get out of my brain, and it's eating me. Like it's gonna destroy me. Like I'm gonna be on my bed, and the last word, my deathbed, and the last words out of my mouth are gonna be like, "Goddamn Smite tournament."
I could have been a champion.
It could have been.
at least we're having fun.
But
sir.
guys, we're not talking about it.
I know you just totally fell into it.
I'm gonna tell you everything
Okay, how
that
about
we're not
this?
talking
I'm mad at Blaine for a different reason.
Why are you mad at Blaine?
Because his hair's stupid.
Oh,
Oh
snap.
wow! Fucking
I had to
sick burn.
draw Blaine for RTAA, and
God.
I could not figure out how to draw his hair. So I had to like go to him this morning and take a picture of him like 3/4 view and go back to my desk and use it as reference. And it took half the morning, like maybe 3.5 hours
get his hair right?
to draw Blaine's hair.
You're also trying to get his boobs right too, right?
Yeah, he
Like,
had to get his pecs.
well, because like there's a very fine line, literally, between making it look like he has boobs
Yeah.
versus he has like defined
Pecs.
muscles. Yeah.
I think it turned out pretty well. I showed it to him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, look at me! I look so cool." And then he was like, "Is there any way you can make my arms like use a thicker line for the arms?"
I like your idea better.
Well, he was giving notes on how to draw him.
And I was
Wow,
like, "Blaine,
fuck that guy."
Blaine, you're not special. You're
Dude,
gonna have the
I-
same arms as everybody else."
I like your idea before that. Do you remember what it was?
What was my idea?
Just like one stick.
Oh yeah,
I was like, it should
make
be
him a
like-
stick figure.
Oh, instead of like a stick arm, it should be just like a series of circles attached together. Just like the grossest set of muscles
Look at
ever.
my muscles.
Yeah.
So is that the hardest person you've ever had to draw for RTAA?
Miles was pretty tough too.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he has like spiky hair. I thought Miles
His
looked
hair,
really good though.
the people who have like
They're generic looking.
My blue eyes.
people who have
My
like
favorite.
crazy hair and beards, because beards is just another thing you got to get right, and then getting the shape of their head correct too is usually difficult.
I don't know if we've talked about it, but if you go to the Alamo Drafthouse anywhere in the country, you might start seeing some of our content. Like it's already airing. And RTAA is actually the one that I've submitted the most.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be in front of Interstellar, but I did send
Here's
Gus on
hoping.
Mars for Interstellar. And
makes perfect sense.
the only thing is that movie's rated PG-13. So I'm not sure if they're able to use it, but that seems perfect.
We could bleep it.
Yeah, bleep some of that.
You could use the argument that like most of our YouTube audience is 13.
No, parents and MPA, that
Nah.
stuff's pretty crazy. Can you believe there used to not be a rating system? A movie was either good or bad.
Like that was it. Like
Yeah.
you'd go and then you'd see the movie poster at the bottom. It would just say good.
Good
Or bad.
I don't know if they could really release it, or they can never really get away with releasing movies. I think it was called the Hays Code. That's why all the old movies, whenever people kiss, they never make out. It's always like, I'll just do it with myself. This really like hard,
This is
like,
like every day, right?
like hard smack.
Do you think people ever like chip their teeth doing that?
Oh yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, wouldn't that suck?
Absolutely,
Ugh.
people have chipped
It's
their
like when you
teeth
go to
right now.
put like food in your mouth and the fork hits your
Oh.
tooth instead.
Have you ever
I hate
accidentally like chipped someone's tooth by doing something? Not making out necessarily.
Doing
I accidentally
what?
chipped my friend's tooth. I
What?
chipped my friend's tooth accidentally. We were at a bar downtown Montreal, and everyone was dancing and like really close together. And he had a bottle of beer with him, and he was about to take a swig, and like I turned around and hit him, and it chipped his front tooth so bad. I felt terrible.
Yeah.
How do you?
That
Can you fix that
sucks.
stuff?
Yeah, he got it fixed.
I have
I think his dad was a dentist or something like that, so it was like
I
no
gave my
problem.
sister a black eye accidentally once. We were kids and we were at at like a carnival thing going on at a park near our house, and they had like, carnival rides are always the safest, and they had like a bumper car set up, and so we got in the bumper cars, and she was driving and I was in it, and we got bumped, and I like whiplashed.
Oh my
and
God.
I butted her in the eye. And the best part is like the next day was like picture day at school.
Oh god,
So
of
like
course.
my sister's 5th grade picture is like she's got a giant black eye.
You're like, who did this to you? My brother.
Yeah, I deserved it. It
Child
was
Protective
okay.
Services coming over to the
Yeah.
house.
I ran into the door.
Does anyone ever do that thing like in cartoons where they get like a steak and they put it on a black eye? Like, why
Oh,
is that,
yeah.
why is that a thing in
thing?
cartoons? Like,
Yeah.
do
Because
people-
it's cold.
It's like a cold thing you
It
put on
holds
your
like
eye.
coldness.
Usually it's
but why is it
peas.
always a steak?
Steaks
Because
look
it-
funny animated
yeah.
though.
It's really
Like,
funny.
because you can make them look like they're from the freaking Flintstones, and it's like
like-
a
Yeah.
giant piece.
Why all of a sudden you have a giant piece of meat with you? Like it's hilarious. The irony.
It's
I
just
like-
so weird to
I
me.
You've
like the
never
frozen
tried it
peas
yourself?
better.
I don't think I've ever had a black eye.
Could you get disease? Really?
You want us to help with that?
No, I don't. I'm a very delicate flower.
Have you ever gotten in a fight?
No, God no.
Really?
Yeah.
You almost got in
I
a
mean,
fight
do
that one
flame
time
wars
at
count?
South by.
No.
No, oh no.
Flame wars.
Trolling on the internet is not.
I
Even when you was a
played
kid,
Smite.
even when you were a kid, you never got.
God no.
I don't know how this is possible. Did you ever get in a fight?
No, I used to. Well, no, I used to be in a fake fight club in 2nd grade.
I got beat up in the.
No. Wait.
Oh,
we would just
yeah,
go
no,
out
let's
in
go back
recess
to
and
this.
fight each other.
But why?
What?
Like
I don't know, it was just fighting.
like punching and kicking.
Yeah,
In 2nd grade.
yeah.
And the teachers let you all do this?
Well, they didn't know about it.
Did you have any kind of initiation?
No, we kind of just formed it, and then I think it probably lasted.
You guys were
like
like, hey,
2
you want to
days.
fight? And everyone's like, yeah, you want to fight?
They were like the 3rd graders too, so like we were fighting people older than us.
Did you win?
Yeah, we won.
How many times?
I don't know.
God,
I remember one especially where like I definitely won one fight. I think I forget the other ones for obvious reasons.
Oh my God, I want to see that movie.
What?
The Jordan
Kids
The
fight.
Jordan
Club.
fight. Kids
Yeah,
fight
2nd
club.
grader fight club.
It's like starring Dora the Explorer and Diego.
I got beat up in the 4th grade
Really?
by a dude.
What'd you do?
Nothing. He just
That's-
didn't like my face.
Well,
Oh.
Yeah.
Was he in the 4th grade also?
Yeah. I think there was something might have been wrong with this kid.
did he
but
fix it?
No,
What was wrong with your
hopefully-
face? I mean,
Oh no, I didn't fix that. There's still something wrong with it. But
So-
he took my winter hood and like smashed my head against lockers and then like kicked me
Oh.
until I fell on like the concrete. It was bad.
Oh my God.
Did he
Teachers
get in
broke it up.
trouble?
I think so. I think he got expelled.
Good.
I haven't seen him in a while.
There was this
Shout
girl
out.
when I was
in
in,
jail now.
Maybe.
there's this girl when I was in 3rd grade who'd kind of like make fun of me a lot, and then someone told me, "Oh, that just means she kind of likes you. It's really obvious." And I was like, that's how it works. So then at one point, like we ran into each other, and she was like, "Oh, you were in this class?" And I was like, Psh, "Yeah, no, not with you. That'd be horrible." And then I walked away, and I was like smiling. I was like, "Yeah, this is gonna work out." And she never talked to me again.
She was crying as you walked away.
Yeah, that stuff's hard when you're a kid.
That's just mean.
Yeah.
That's not
I-
like play fight.
No, but she was mean to me though.
Oh,
She
well,
would
fuck
say
her
mean
then.
things, and I just thought that's what she
Maybe
did.
maybe she just didn't like you. I guess.
Nah, she did.
I feel like that has skewed Brandon's perception of how people interact
Of
with
human
him.
interactions,
Exactly.
perhaps.
4th grade.
Like that explains a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not mean.
No, Brandon's very nice.
Thank you.
To select people.
Yeah.
I like you guys.
We've been having a problem. Brandon and I have been having a problem for several days now, where I could send him IMs, but he couldn't send any to me. Days back and forth going between our offices trying to troubleshoot this. Right before the podcast started, he sent me a test. I was like, "Oh, sweet, I got it." Or no, I was like, "I got it. What'd you do?" He's like, Oh, I restarted the IM client.
You hadn't tried that?
That wasn't step one? Days of walking back and forth between offices?
That wasn't the first thing you tried?
It's like every time it didn't work, I was always doing something more important. Like I never wanted to actually troubleshoot. But no.
Was everything he sent you in quotes too?
I wouldn't know. I didn't get anything.
Days of troubleshooting on your end, not Brandon's end.
For a while.
Obviously, yeah.
He thought I was ignoring him. Then I was getting mad at him because he wasn't sending me stuff because we were working on something, and I walked to his office and I said like, hey.
Yeah, I told you to send this.
Yeah, send me an IM with this. I wait, nothing happens. I go, hey, what's going on? I need that stuff. He's like, I sent it to you.
Well, the thing is, though, everyone else, I didn't have a problem with any other person on AIM, so I didn't figure restarting it would work. Because it's just a problem with you.
What? It's a problem with you. I was.
Yeah, but I'm saying like no other. I didn't have an issue with anyone else. So I was like, can't be the client. There must be something issue with Gus's computer.
Issue with your
Do you
computer.
think
There's a lot of issues with Gus.
you think the government ever has problems like this? It's like, I needed the launch codes. Why didn't you send them to me? It's like, oh, I just needed to restart AIM.
China's ignoring me on IM again.
My America Online crashed.
It's like AOL's pretty much dead and gone,
Yeah.
a non-thing, but we still use this fucking IM
we still
client.
use AIM.
Yeah, it's a huge part of like communication in the company.
Yeah.
Gus and I use it to talk to each other, and we sit about 4 feet away from
We
each
sit
other.
about as far as we are on this
Yeah.
seat from each other in our office, and we'll IM each other shit all the time.
Can we just make this podcast us like messaging each other, and then we'll just stream that in the chat?
Stream.
Just make it like an IRC channel where it's just a chat with
Yeah.
us.
That's
It's
gonna be
like-
what podcasts are like in 30 years. Because that's like all kids do now.
It's just text chat.
Yeah, it's like that, like more so
No, it'll be
now
like Snapchat.
than
It'll
in
be
like
like
the last
6-second
15
podcasts.
I have noticed a trend on, especially on Reddit, where people don't link videos anymore. They link screenshots of things with text underneath. And it's like, you could have just linked this 30-second video.
Yeah,
Or
like-
a series of GIFs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That are
exactly.
captioned.
Whenever something like that is on the front page of Reddit and it's like more than 4 images, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go in the comments and just look for the source video because there's always one
Video.
person who links it and it's like, that guy's the hero.
So you're the hero. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're the one we're looking
You're
for.
the real
because
MVP.
obviously GIFs with captions underneath is the way that media is supposed to be consumed.
Yeah, according to Reddit. And that's it. No one else.
So apparently, daylight savings happened in Europe already, so people are very happy because it's an hour earlier
Oh,
for them
it's
watching the
earlier.
podcast this evening. So welcome,
Hello,
our
Europeans.
European friends. We change our time this coming weekend, so y'all are fucked.
Yeah, it's actually awesome. It's at 2 a.m., which is when the bars close. For some reason, it doesn't start at 1, and then you get an extra hour.
If you're on the toilet right now, chances are you're European.
I heard Mariel in the control room just say, "Turn it off."
My microphone or the stream?
The stream is
Cut
like
the whole
that's it.
thing.
The podcast is just over. 6 years of podcasts. That's it. Fuck it. It's done.
I'll walk away.
It's like
down.
be the end of it all.
When does daylight savings happen in Australia?
Oh, never mind.
I
I know
don't
it happens
know.
for us next week.
It might have already happened.
Okay, because I remember seeing a chart of like the different times. Like it's all every country is different, and like sometimes depending on the sweet spot in like November, everybody's like totally fucked up, like 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours apart from each other. So I'm curious because we're going to Australia soon, and I want to know if when we go, if we'll get there and then the time will change.
Shit,
and we'll be
dude.
fucked.
They changed their time back on October 5th.
Oh, geez, they don't fuck around.
Yeah, they've been there for a while.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Now we're just catching up.
I had to go through 2 daylight savings one year when I went out for MCM in the UK. It changed the weekend I was out there in the UK. Then I came back, and then it changed the weekend I came back here into the United States.
Daily savings the worst. I don't want to do it.
No, I
Yeah.
don't get it.
We don't need it anymore.
I don't think we need it.
Yeah, it just makes it more depressing when you leave work. Not more depressing. When you get outside and it's like completely pitch black, and you're like, I didn't see the sun at all.
I was like, yeah, when you drive to work, it's dark.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then you leave work and it's still dark.
yeah. Even if you get here and it's still light outside, but it's like, all right, now I'm free. I have all my free time, and you get it, it's like just like complete pitch black. You're like, what the fuck am I supposed to
That
do?
Yeah,
was-
there are days when I walk out and it's like, all right, going home, and I put like my sunglasses on because I walked in wearing sunglasses, and it's pitch black outside. I was like, guess I don't need
Takes you by
these.
surprise for a second.
Yeah,
Well,
because we can't tell like what time of day it is.
Yeah,
here.
we have no idea.
yeah, the worst part living in Canada was when it would get to like wintertime and it would be really, really cold outside. And by the time I'm leaving school, which is like 4 o'clock or so, it would already be dark.
Yeah, it gets dark at like 3 o'clock there.
Yeah, and
that's
it's
crazy.
so it's like cold and dark and miserable. I hate it. Which is why I love Texas.
Yay.
Sunnier for longer here.
Yeah, that's like the comment everyone makes anytime you say you're cold. It's like, oh, aren't you from Canada?
Yeah, it's like, I never like the cold. Fuck you.
or if you complain about being cold here, Canadians will be like, you should try being in Canada. It's like,
Yeah,
okay,
it's like,
we get it.
get it.
It's cold.
Oh, I made fun of you a lot when you moved here.
You
You
did.
kept trying to hang out. You're like, oh, it's too cold. And I was like,
It's
"Yeah,
too
you're
cold."
Canadian." And now looking back on it,
You just didn't want to hang out with them.
Yeah, it was my
It's a
excuse.
convenient excuse.
I'm too cold. I can't come out tonight. Sorry. Sorry.
I wish it were colder. I love the cold weather.
It's getting pretty chilly.
Yeah.
It's not that I like the cold weather. I'm just fucking sick of the hot
Yeah.
weather.
I've been wearing my jacket every day because, dress for the weather you want, not the weather you have.
I got
Who
you.
the fuck says that?
Jordan, apparently.
does it work?
No, I'm really hot actually.
I don't know.
We can trade seats if you want. The air conditioner's blowing right on
I
me.
wear sweaters
good.
all year round. Doesn't work.
You're always cold though.
Yeah, that's true. It's because the air conditioning is crazy in this building.
Crazy awesome.
No, it's just so random. Like, it's super hot in our office. The thing that drives me crazy is we just have like random vents.
Sometimes not even vents. They're just ducts.
Yeah, yes, random ducts. That's really what it is.
Yeah,
And there's
just tubes come
somebody
out.
moved one right on top of the table in our kitchen. So whenever you try to take sugar out of like the sugar cup, it just flies
Yeah.
everywhere. It's just like snow, and you're just like,
That's fucking funny.
I don't understand the rationale. It's like, we need AC, but we need it right here.
Sometimes it's too bad. Like there's a tube or a duct coming out like over the animation desks, and they have to somehow put an umbrella to stop it.
Which I think is a really smart
They
solution,
divert
actually.
it.
It is smart. What are you doing?
What are you
Gus?
doing, Gus?
Duct cam.
Oh, duct
Oh, that's
cam.
one of the ducts.
So
Check it out.
The ducts, you can see there's the Rooster Teeth logo for the podcast, and then right above it is the duct that
Show
hits
us,
me.
Gus.
It's
Show
pointing
us.
right at him.
That's really clever.
Hey.
All right, enough of that.
Do an entire podcast like that.
So
Yeah, you should.
just off the iPad.
We should have
I want to show them what we're talking about. A little visual aid.
No,
That was
that's really
nice.
cool.
That's
That was a
a
really
cool
good
idea.
idea.
we should have a 24-hour.
should show that
cam.
dog that's on the screen. What's
We
that?
also have a goose cam.
Who was that? Wasn't your dog? Whose dog was that?
I don't,
Cam.
people change
Who
the
are
background.
you cheating on your dog?
People change the
Uh-oh.
background on this all the time. I
swear.
have no idea what
Does
it
Esther
was.
know?
That's an amazing
That's a cool dog.
I don't,
It's a corgi,
it's like
right?
a corgi with sunglasses and like a little camera.
Hell yeah, that's an awesome dog. Hang out with that
and here
dog.
you can see the Kindle app where we bought the Go the Fuck to Sleep that LeVar Burton read.
Which has been
That was
all over the news
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
like crazy.
Yeah, let me
I was so jealous when I
oh,
saw that.
let me read this thing here, and I want to talk a little bit about Extra Life. Want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is brought to you by buying razors at the store. It's such a fucking ripoff.
Why do they keep them locked up?
That's the most
Isn't that
annoying
It's
thing.
like so weird. Like,
You get,
why
like-
is that the number one thing that people
It's like
steal?
I was at
'Cause it's the one thing that makes you look homeless.
Do you think they profile? like
I
if
was-
someone walks in with a big beard, like the employees
Lock
follow
'em up.
that person,
Yeah.
and then
I
it's
was
like,
I was at
Put
the
the
drugstore
cameras
the other
on.
day, and I was like walking down one of the aisles, and like one of the employees came along with the keys to unlock something for another customer. I was like, oh man, what's that guy buying? He must be buying something fucked up. And I turn around, look, like it's the razors.
Yeah.
It's like guys waiting to fucking buy the razors.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Just pay $6.
But you go to
Get
Home
razors.
Depot and you try to get spray paint or something, and they have it all locked up, but it's always unlocked. You just move the little gate, and you go and buy some spray paint.
when are you going to Home Depot?
Dude, I go to Home Depot a
He
lot.
has a home.
Ever since I started running that house, I go.
Do you make stuff like birdhouses?
You've been to my.
and-
Did you see that awesome rope wall in my house?
I did.
That thing was hard to make.
He doesn't remember it.
That took 100 trips.
Do you
to Home
remember the
Depot
window?
to
No, do
make.
you remember the rope wall?
Yeah, it was right past the smallest TV I've ever seen in my life. And,
I do have a
the
pretty
dining
small
He
TV.
doesn't remember the rope wall.
I'm working on that. I'm
Didn't
working
someone
on
fall
that.
through it? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, Chris is the guy.
Brad
Brad
Anner.
Enner.
Yeah,
He fell through the wall.
he was
on your
he was
TV.
really drunk and he thought it was a wall and he leaned up on it, and almost fell through,
I mean,
almost
to be
knocked over
fair,
my TV.
You would think it was a wall, but it's just
True.
a series of ropes.
It's a good looking wall.
Kudos.
That worked out.
So yeah, we did the Extra Life live stream this past weekend.
That was awesome.
24 hours, and it seemed like it went really well. I was here for 3 hours, but luckily I was here at the same time as LeVar Burton,
Yes.
and got to sit here for his reading of Go the Fuck to Sleep and his own book, The Rhino Who Swallowed a Storm.
Yes.
I was so jealous when I saw that. That must have been awesome.
It was ridiculous. It was so surreal. We were all sitting
Yeah, it
there.
was pretty weird.
And
I
everyone
came,
was taking pictures and stuff.
I came and sat down too and was like, what am I doing right now?
Where am I?
Reading Rainbow is happening in front of me.
I'm sitting in Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
At the Rooster Teeth office, listening to LeVar Burton read his own book and go the fuck to sleep. There it is. That was confusing for a second. I was like, that's us.
Yeah, there's this, and I noticed a lot of comments of people pointing out my Crystal Palace jersey.
It was pretty great.
I got really
way to
freaked
tie
out
again,
just then
yeah.
because I wasn't really sure. Like, I missed the fact that they cut, and I just looked up to our monitor screen because that's a screen that shows us what's going on, and I saw Jack, and I was like...
Jackman. Yeah, it's really surreal because I saw friends of mine posting this on other people's walls on Facebook
I just walked by.
with, like, no reference of the fact that, like, I was
You
in
were
there.
there, yeah.
And then I had friends being like, hey, my friend just posted this on my wall, and what are you doing there? Like, what is this?
I'm working.
It's like, yeah, that's why I work.
It's cool, though. It got a lot of coverage for, like,
It's so weird.
our events. Yeah, we're back.
Cutting from that footage to us sitting
I
here.
told you!
It's really bizarre.
It is so weird.
Stop doing that.
Just keep going back and forth to mess with us.
Yeah, but the same thing. I had like people I went to high school with, like, were tagging me in that on Facebook.
Yeah.
Like, people I
Yeah.
haven't seen like in 20 years. They're like, "Oh, look, it's Gus." Like, who the fuck are you?
He's made it.
So I don't-
He's
yeah.
in LeVar Burton's presence.
I felt kind of bad because during when he read the first book, his own book, the Rhino Who Swallowed a Storm, I was a little distracted. I was looking at my phone because we were having some technical issues.
Yeah.
And so I was like trying to figure out what was going on with that. And I think when we posted the video earlier today, there were some YouTube comments that were like, "Oh, why isn't Jack, paying attention? Why are they looking down at their phones?" Like, there was something seriously wrong going on that
Yeah.
we were taking care of. So it was a little fucked up.
Yeah, there's a lot of maintenance during that kind of stream. It's both tech and also like knowing what giveaways we're doing and
Yeah.
like following hashtags and stuff like that, following
Keeping-
donations and poster sales.
Keeping that going for 24 hours is
It's exhausting.
no easy task.
Yeah, and 90% of those problems are actually fixed without the audience knowing,
Yeah.
which is pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So if it went smoothly for the most part, you could thank all the tech guys and Jack as well for really maintaining that.
Yeah, Cole, Peyton, and Marielle.
I think Cole officially beat Patrick's live streaming switching record.
He did. What was it, 18 hours that you were switching for, Cole?
Yeah, I think it's
24.
22
hours.
22 hours. That's Cole over there.
I guess maybe it was weird timing. When I came in, Peyton was the only one in there, and he was switching, and I was like, where is everybody? And Peyton was like,
What time did you get here?
I came in at about 11 o'clock because I was on the 12 o'clock shift, which got moved a little bit, but
The shift got shifted.
shifted. At one point, I went looking for Chris because I had to work with him on something. And then when I came back, this was about 4 a.m., the entire set was full of people. Like, there was no place for me to go. And I was like, all right, I guess I'm done. So it was cool seeing, this might be like the fourth 24-hour stream we've done. And more people at the company are like just trying to come in as much as they can.
I think it was the third 24-hour stream, but we've also done the 12-hour laser team stream. We did the mini stream for
right.
this before. So we've done a couple, but I think this is the third one.
Well, I remember last time it was just like 5 or 6 of us in that last shift. And then
Yeah.
when I came in, it was just like
It was crazy.
full.
Did it
so-
still smell like mac and cheese?
No, I did not see any of the mac and cheese. I saw Michael's giant bruise on his face. And that night, I texted Doreen, who's the main producer of Laser Team, and I was like, Michael has a giant wound.
I actually got a text from Bernie being like, what the hell happened to Michael? What happened? Why does he have ice on his face?
So that's if you're watching the video right now, Michael's dropping a giant like gallon container of mac and cheese trying to get it to break.
I also sent Patrick I emailed Patrick a picture that I want him to show at some point of Naomi from the community site.
Yeah. She makes a lot of stuff.
She makes a lot of like shirts and costumes based off a lot of Rooster Teeth stuff. And she just posted something recently. I don't know if we have it queued up yet. Yes, we do.
There's, yeah.
She's the
Oh
fucking mac and
my
cheese
God.
jar.
Did she make that?
She made that obviously between yesterday and now.
She's so fast.
Yeah.
Do you think when it comes time for Halloween that she's just like constantly changing costumes?
Yeah. Like
she'll-
by the hour.
Yeah, she'll go
Yeah.
to a party and like be in 4 different costumes.
It's like she's got a suitcase like, where you going? Halloween party.
It's like, is there a phone booth around here? I gotta change.
I think my favorite moment was when Alan Richardson came on.
Oh man, he was so
awesome.
much fun.
And like that was also the time where everybody
Oh, there's the mac and cheese.
mac and cheese on the
That's
ground.
I think that's the only remnant left. There's a piece. Yeah, it's the one
It's
piece that's
stuck.
still stuck in the carpet and won't come out.
Yeah, we were just kind of like starting to fade then because it was around 1 o'clock that he started
Yeah.
to come in, and he just like re-energized everybody.
Yeah, and he wasn't afraid to like make a fool out of himself.
No, he was
it
awesome.
was so much fun.
Drop macaroni
Like,
and
he's-
cheese.
I mean, you hear stories like, oh, this person's down to earth, but he's truly, you wouldn't expect he's like, this big star.
And he was giving people rides on his back as he was doing push-ups. And I think at one point he's like, all right, who wants to hop on next? And my eyes just went like huge. I was like, don't say that. Oh, God.
He started having
My ovaries like quivered when that happened. I was just like, have mercy.
Did you pull out your fan? And
I volunteer as tribute.
surprised you just went like, I just can't take this.
No, I had to excuse myself after that.
I think Chris told this story on the podcast, but about a year ago, we went to Vegas, and 2 girls in the pool got really drunk and started making out, and we were just like, oh. And then Chris was looking at it, and he was really, really drunk, and he was just like, I can't handle this. This is too hot. This is too hot. I can't do it. And he just left.
Yeah.
It was like overwhelming.
I think it's because he was on the verge of a boner, right?
He went
yeah,
to
but
it.
it's a pool.
He went to
No
his
one cares.
post-pool pump.
Gross. One of those girls is Aaron.
Oh, I don't want to say it. Why
Yeah,
would
Miles
you-
already told the
yeah,
story
they told
on
the story
podcast.
already.
The other girl was the girl that I brought.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welp.
There it is.
Friends forever.
Awkward.
No, it was awesome. I was like, I can't believe this is happening.
But yeah, that stream was a blast. I mean, every minute of it was so much fun. And like just being surrounded by everybody here and having the support of the community the whole time was like no words could describe
Yeah,
that
'cause,
feeling.
I mean, we say it's a lot of energy for us, but it's a lot of energy for the people who are watching and engaging.
Yeah.
It's not something that you can casually put on in the background while you work out. Like, the people were really into it.
Yeah. We trended worldwide on Twitter as well.
Yeah, for a long time.
For
it
I
was,
think
it was up there.
almost the entire 24 hours. And then all that stuff with LeVar happened and we made worldwide news.
Yeah, it was on television all over the place, and
Yeah.
it was crazy. But the one thing that annoys me is, so like all these websites cover it, but almost none of them link to our Extra Life page or to the Rooster Teeth page or anything.
Do they talk about like how much money
specifically,
we
I'm gonna
raised?
call
Yeah.
out. I'm gonna call out CNN.com because they're the biggest pieces of shit of all. Because
No surprise there.
they only link to other CNN.com stories in that story.
That's shitty.
It's like LeVar Burton. You hover over it, it's a link to another CNN story about LeVar Burton. It's like there's no traffic outside of
giant circle
CNN.com.
jerk.
So big fuck you to CNN.
CNN
that
are
happened a
big
lot
CNN
too
fans.
with the Angry Birds video we did, because that got a lot of publicity, or maybe it was Siri, and then like they would cover it and they say this is a good video, but they made no attempt to figure out who it was that made it and put
Yeah.
a link. And
was-
sometimes the information was just wrong, and you're like, how hard is it for you to just Google this?
Yeah,
I
you
saw
are
some-
journalists.
Yeah.
I saw some
Research.
people posting, I think, one news article that referred to us as Rooster Chief.
Rooster
Yeah,
Chief.
Rooster Chief.
Did you notice that they changed the title on the subreddit to Rooster Chief?
Yeah.
And there was one post that was like, why did it change?
Rooster Chief.
So stupid. Yeah, like you.
Master Teeth.
In the
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
video, there is a rooster
And some
and a set of teeth.
Yeah,
You can fucking figure it out.
Dumb.
I guess they don't have any detectives at work.
exactly.
Lazy journalism.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah, but I think we learned another lesson, and I think next year we should see about having a video editor here all 24 hours. So if something we think is going to be big happens, we can be the ones who post it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Instead of it, being ripped and put on someone
You'd think
else's
we would've
YouTube
learned
channel.
that.
Yeah, I think
I do really
think we learned
appreciate
it.
the people who go to the effort of capturing the footage, because there have been issues in the past where we tried to record a stream and it didn't work. So to the people who do put the effort to do that, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
But don't monetize that.
Don't. Well, yeah. I mean, especially if it's like for something charitable.
Yeah.
It's kind of scummy if
Very scummy.
if you monetize that. But yeah, we figured that system out. We actually have all the footage. There was no recording issues anymore.
Excellent.
We learned our lessons.
We're getting better. There's a whole new graphics system too.
Yeah, that's why we can have all these fancy graphics and
Yeah, that was pretty
Overlays.
cool.
It's cool having also like the total updated every time it was updated.
yeah, it was slow on the remote end. We had it.
No thesaurus here.
We were working on a system to have it live updating and constantly in the corner, but the problem was it didn't update frequently enough. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh well, then it's just eating up screen space. Let's just put it up whenever we need to, every now and then when it changes.
Yeah.
It's funny to think about when we started the video podcast a few years ago, and like the changes that we have from now to then.
Yeah, we were demoing some new cameras the other day
Yeah, to replace.
For
to
the
replace
podcast?
our shitty ones.
Have
yeah.
people seen these cameras?
The good old
No,
DV
I don't
cameras.
think so. Have you the cameras we use now?
Yeah.
I've talked about them. They're like shitty little Sony Handycams.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. Did you ever imagine that these cameras would last this long? Like, we haven't replaced them.
Yeah,
like,
you-
as much as we make fun of them.
Yeah, you got them and just like, oh, it'll just be a placeholder for
Yeah.
a month or something.
I was like, yeah, we'll just use them for a little while,
Yeah.
and when they break, we'll get another one. And
2.5 years later.
I feel though like when we replace them, we should do it right, and we should like a Viking death, put it out on a boat and like push it out in the water, and then like
Yeah.
flaming arrow.
I think we actually had one die, didn't we? We had to replace one
I can't
Really?
remember.
at some point. Yeah,
I think we're
For
trying to
some
get a
reason.
close up right now of one of the cameras.
We're having problems though getting it.
I
'cause
doubt
the
that's going to
camera's
be
so
possible.
shitty.
It's so dark over there; you can't
It's
see
true.
that camera.
I don't know. I trust Peyton.
It is literally the cheapest Sony little Handycam.
Don't
It's like
fail
a
me.
tiny little piece of junk, like an iPhone
Was better
camera
quality.
is
Yeah.
better
Yeah.
quality than that camera. But yeah, so we brought in some new cameras to test the other day, and they look great.
Yeah, it was weird. I've never basically the guys who made the camera said, "Fuck what a camera is supposed to be. We're not going to design what looks like a camera." They basically designed an iPad and then put a little hole for a lens. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
It's like the viewfinder on it is as big as this iPad. There it is. We never even took the sticker off of it. It still has a little like stickers
Sony.
on it. And so yeah, the new cameras look. We don't have them. We're still pricing them out. They look like this iPad, but with just like a little lens on the front, and you mount them.
That's awesome.
My favorite thing was Gus intentionally went with the Nikon cameras and not the Canon ones because he knew that we use Canon cameras in live action, and if you guys use Nikons, we could never like steal a lens.
Ooh, I like the way you think.
Yeah,
It was really clever.
Yeah, I think we were talking about it, and I was like, and then you said something.
Yeah,
like,
because
yeah.
me as that camera was like,
I was like-
I noticed you did this.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, you can buy your own fucking cameras. Yeah, that's like I just didn't want the stuff disappearing. Like getting ready to go
Yeah.
live on the podcast to be like, oh, we're missing 3 lenses.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
We're missing all of the lenses.
Yeah. So it's
People
like
steal everyone's shit at this office.
let's just keep it proprietary to where it only works with this stuff, and use that. So hopefully, we're looking into that. Hopefully, we'll have new cameras soon. We're looking at as part of that upgrading the stream from 720 to 1080.
Ooh.
And eventually,
Nice.
4K.
Eventually 4K. The cameras can do 4K. So
Oh, cool.
once we can find a 4K streaming provider, you can see how ugly I am in 2160 vertical or horizontal lines.
Finally catching up to
vertical lines.
RTAA.
What else are we gonna make better?
RTAA.
What else are we gonna make
Oh,
better?
there's
look,
the
there's
camera.
the camera.
Well, this makes it look a little bigger because it's got the shade on it,
Oh, whoa.
and it's got like a bunch of attachments. But it's really weird looking.
That is weird looking.
I like the.
Did you guys see
headphones hanging
the
on.
new OK Go video?
Yes.
No, I heard about it.
I think it's pretty cool.
What
It's
happened?
it's them like going around on those Honda unicycles.
Is that what that is? I
Yeah.
didn't know what they were riding.
Like the U3X or whatever they're called, and they're kind of just like doing these coordinated dance moves on like little unicycles that looks like they're just like gliding on air, and then they do a lot of. I think it's all like single take, one shot thing, and it's all operated by a drone. So they start inside and they come out, and then eventually the camera goes up and looks down on them, and they all have these umbrellas, and they do all this synchronized stuff, and all these people come in, and they do all this cool stuff.
Are all their videos one shot?
Yeah, they tend to do that kind of stuff. They make it look like one shot, but
Yeah,
they
I wasn't
cheated a
sure
lot.
that when they had the Rube Goldberg, if they kind of cheated whenever they went
cheated.
in front
Freddie,
of like
Freddie
a...
Wong did a video where he like pointed out like where the cuts were. Yeah, and he's like at the end he's like, does that make it any worse? No. Am I a better person for pointing it out? No.
Yeah.
But he just wanted to do it.
Prove a point.
But yeah.
So you're talking about them riding Honda unicycles or
Yeah,
whatever?
yeah.
I saw the dumbest thing happen last night. I was at HEB. It was just a grocery store down here. And if you've ever been to that one over here, they have like the security guards who like ride around on those little like tricycle things.
Yeah, the tricycle Segway or whatever
Right.
it is.
So
With,
it's
like
like-
the armor plating.
I walked out, Esther and I walked out, and we bumped into someone we knew. So we turned around to talk to him for just a second. And standing right behind the guy I knew was the security guard, and he was getting the tricycle up, and then like stood on it and started going. Then he immediately fell over into a bin full of watermelons. Like he didn't crash into it. He literally
my
just fell
God.
sideways, fell into a bin of watermelons, then tried to very coolly and nonchalantly get up out of it and act like it was intentional.
Oh my
How do you
god.
act if it's intentional?
Nobody saw it.
Except
and I
you.
Esther and I were the only two people. We looked at each other like, nobody else saw that. The guy fell into a box of watermelons
Oh my
and
God.
got away with
Did
it.
you just stop looking at the person you were talking to and were like,
Yeah, and then we both had like the mouth open, like the look of shock on her face.
Like, was a part of you like, was that real?
Yeah, it was like,
This-
it was like almost like a prank show or something,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
or someone trying to get our reaction.
That must have been painful to fall on a thing of watermelons. That's not like falling into, anything soft.
Yeah, I was surprised he didn't like smash any.
Oh my God! Could you imagine if his head smashed through the watermelon and we got that up? It was just
on it.
watermelon.
It was so stupid.
Oh man!
I can't believe you saw something like that.
I love seeing people embarrass themselves in public. 'Cause I feel like I do that. I do stupid shit all the time.
Embarrass
so I like when
or
someone
hurt
else does it.
themselves in public. I have a weird fascination with videos where people just hurt themselves and break arms and like it's not normal.
You're a sadist, okay?
I'm not. It's just
I can't do things where people like crack bones. I can't
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
it. Like
that's
if I see like a skateboarding thing queuing up, I'm like,
Yeah.
I can't. I know something's gonna get like broken in half or like twisted somehow.
You know when they're gonna grind on the rail of the stairway.
yeah.
You know it's gonna be a
Dick.
nut shot.
But
yeah.
it's always, it's not so much them getting hurt, but it's like the people around them. Like there were these kids. I don't know if you ever had a trampoline, but you could do a thing called double bounce, which is basically if you and your
Oh,
friend
yes, I know the double
time it
bounce.
just right,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
other friend can take their bounce. And these kids, it's like 3 of them had a trampoline and then a basketball goal next to it. And the kid who was dunking it took like the biggest bounce I've ever seen in my life, and then his leg went through the hoop, and then he fell back, and like he was just, it broke, and he's just kind of hanging there, and you're like, oh, that's really horrible, and you think the video's over, but then his friends just start laughing and kind of like roll off of the trampoline, and he's just screaming, I need a medic.
The kid in the hoop.
Yeah. It's always the friends that are such assholes. Another kid on a skateboard was trying to jump over like this I don't know, this rope, and then his friend, as the kid was jumping over it, pulled it to
That's
be just
fucked
a little
up.
prick, and the kid fell over and broke his leg, and his friends were just standing there laughing, and he was like, why aren't you doing anything?
This is really
Somebody
bad.
help me.
Did you see the soccer player who scored a goal and then started celebrating, and he did a flip,
Oh.
and then he did another flip, but he didn't like do it completely, and he landed
Oh,
on his neck, and
man.
he ended up dying.
What?
Yeah.
What?
That's
Yeah,
horrible.
it's really fucked up. I'm sorry to bring that up.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
took a
sucks.
dark turn at the
I
end.
know.
I was gonna-
It was in the news the other week, and I wanted
Broken
to check it.
legs
Ooh.
and death.
I was gonna, yeah.
Well, broken neck.
You're a
and then
downer
death.
today, Barbara.
I am.
Talking
Barbara
about getting beat
Downerman.
up, soccer players dying.
Yeah. Talking about people not liking my face.
There was an NFL player this weekend who like celebrated getting a sack and then like jumped in the air and landed awkwardly and like tore his ACL.
That was the second time this season, isn't
Yeah,
it?
someone
Yeah,
was
that's happened.
celebrating.
He
Yeah.
tore his
Yeah.
Austin city limits.
Muriel is not happy tonight.
There's this quarterback for Tennessee, and he
What are you doing, Barbara?
he's a rookie. Like he's
cracking herself up.
this kid's like 22, and
Yeah.
all he does is like take selfies every day of himself.
Oh, is that why? Okay.
Yeah, and like before the game, he's like starting, and he took a selfie, and then J.J. Watt, who's really good, like sacked the guy,
Yeah.
and just like drove him into the ground, and then part of his sack celebration was like miming a selfie of
Yeah.
himself.
Yeah,
With him in the
quarterback
background.
In the background.
Yeah.
It was fucking funny.
Selfie.
I didn't know why you did that. That's really funny that it's like a fuck you to the quarterback.
Yeah, he was pissed. He was like, not in this league. My team sucks.
Yeah.
We haven't played football in a while. We should play football.
Yeah.
We
it's
have a
good-
big field next door.
Yeah, and they turn the lights on at night. We should
where
we
are
should
you
go
talking
across
about?
the street.
Let's cross the street.
Yeah.
Oh, over there?
Mm-hmm. There's actually a football field.
There is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they turn the lights on at night for some reason.
Let's do it.
Yeah. We kind of got into a soccer phase, and then our field got taken away by the University of
Well,
Texas.
it's football
You mean the
season now.
field that
Yeah.
the University
The
of
people who
Texas
own the field.
owns?
No, it was ours for a little bit, and then they took it back. And then, but yeah, it's getting colder, and I want to play football.
Let's do it.
Jordan and I
You can
once-
drop the pass again.
Yeah, Jordan and I once played football. It was just the two of us, and it was just us on offense, like one quarterback, one receiver.
Yeah.
And we're like, all right, well, we'll just go down the field. And then, like, I threw it, he missed it. He threw it, I missed it. Threw it again, missed it. And we're like, well, it's kind of fourth down. We need to get a completion. And then we missed it again. So we turned the ball over on downs.
To nobody.
To nobody.
And then we got 4 straight sacks.
I was like, it would've
Yeah, we got 4 straight sacks, got the ball
been- It'd
back.
been funny if you punted it to nobody and then, then recovered a fumble and ran it in for a touchdown. Oh.
Are you going to play football with us?
No, fuck no.
Yeah.
Fuck
You
no.
sure?
Yeah. Am I
Guys can't do
sure?
sports.
You
Gus,
got
you need to
some
get
good
into a
hands to catch the
fight,
balls.
man. You've never been in a fight.
I came so close to Gus playing flag football with me.
Did you?
Like we almost had an agreement where like
I was drunk. I just want to throw that out there.
So you're still conscious.
my girlfriend was doing a ballet class and she wanted Esther to join, and Esther was like, "Oh, that sounds awesome. I'm going to do it." And then Gus just goes, "If you fucking do that, I'll play flag football with Jordan. I'll be on the same, like, because I was already on a team, and you were like, I'll join your team." I was like, This
I
is awesome.
I knew that wasn't going to
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
I know there's no way this is going to happen.
Yeah, but Esther backed out at the
Esther
last
doing
minute.
ballet. That's a funny image in my head. She wouldn't give a fuck. She'd be like, what the fuck? I'm leaving.
I remember once Esther invited me to go to South Korea with you guys.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then like you gave her like the worst look in the world.
Why did you do that?
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck are we going to take Brandon with us? She's like, you don't have to get your own hotel room. You can stay with us. I was like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is wrong with
Was it
you?
for your
Yeah, you don't
anniversary?
even buy me like
No, I
a
don't think
souvenir
so.
from Simpsons
It's
World.
like,
I
don't
doubt
want-
you'd invite
I
me
don't
to
want to
South
go
Korea.
overseas and literally spend 24 hours a day with Brandon.
What's wrong with me?
That's the tip of the iceberg of a question right
Wait.
there.
What kind of question was it? Like, what's wrong with
It's like,
me? Or
let's-
what's wrong with me?
Let's spend 20 hours in a plane together, get off the plane, and then not be able to escape each other in a country where nobody speaks the language and it's just us.
It'd be like a podcast 24 hours a day.
I don't know what the penalty for murder is in South Korea, but I would find out pretty fucking fast.
Just send him over the border.
We could talk about
Send 'em
voting and how much I want.
Let's talk
how
about-
much I want trains.
Let's talk
to
about
be
local
built.
Let's talk
politics.
about Austin elections while we're in
Yeah.
South Korea.
Fun.
Prop 1, guys.
Oh, man.
Have any of you guys voted yet?
I voted. I voted, I think, last Tuesday.
Barbara
Yeah.
can't vote.
I can't vote,
She's Canadian.
but politics.
Did you vote, Jordan?
Not yet. I'm gonna actually vote on election day.
Why?
Oh.
Because it's my first Austin election. I'm gonna do it upright.
Yeah, but you might go there and then you see the line. You're like, I'm not gonna do this.
So that's part of the experience.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's
When
still the
I-
effort of going.
When I voted in the
We're all in the same district
2000 presidential elections, the line was so I think it took
Yeah.
me like an hour and a half to vote. An hour and a half waiting in line. Fucking longest line ever.
Yeah, I mean, it was.
Hey, sometimes that's the price of democracy, Gus.
And there were no iPhones back then, so it's not like you could sit there. There was no Twitter. Back in my day, when you waited to vote, you sat there and read the paper.
And then you had to use punch cards, right? You were like,
it was like the Flintstones. There was a buzzard, and you pulled the tail feather of the candidate you wanted, and the buzzard flew off and
Yeah.
recorded the vote.
And then he came back and went, it's a living.
Do you think voting is ever going to be online? Ever?
no,
No
it's
way.
for security reasons.
There's
It's
no
really
way they
easy
do.
now, though. It's all computerized. You're just like literally boop, 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 boop.
You don't touch it though. The
there's
voting machines
buttons on
here are
the
so
side.
stupid.
You think they're stupid?
You gotta
What do
scroll
mean?
through with the wheel. Oh, it's so fucking.
Oh, you
inconvenient.
have those?
Yeah.
I voted on like every type of weird, like the most advanced voting machine with like a touch screen and stuff, and then the fucking like punch hole.
Yeah. They should just be iPads,
Right? Yeah.
or I mean, any tablet, an Android tablet.
As long as they
I'm saying.
don't go up to the cloud.
Right. As long as people can't plug shit into them.
The best, most secure system in the world.
So I wanted to. This is totally unrelated to podcast stuff. So we're gonna actually give something away here. If you're watching the video podcast, we're gonna put a code up here on the screen. We actually were fortunate enough. 2K gave us 10,000 invites to the Evolve Big Alpha, which is this weekend. So if if you want to
go
take
on.
part in it, we're gonna put a code up here on the screen. There it is. I just wanted to put
Somebody
that out
write
there.
that down for me.
It seems like this is something that would make more sense on the patch, but the patch is on Wednesday, and I wanted to give the stuff away now.
Also,
instead
we
of-
like
instead of
gaming
waiting.
stuff.
Yeah,
Put some on there. To
we mix it.
podcast.
We mix our gaming with
Yeah,
our
man,
podcast.
I'm a hardcore
podcast
gamer.
with our gaming.
I just got a Wii U.
Well, we're
Yeah.
pretty avid
I play
Smiters.
Smite. Yeah.
Like actually,
Yeah,
the four of
Smite.
us
Yeah,
played
we just
twice
played.
today.
I almost missed the beginning of this podcast because I was playing Smite.
Really?
That's why I was so late here. Like,
You played another round without us?
yeah, I was just like hanging out
you
there.
win?
Then I was watching The Simpsons in our office.
Did you win?
Yes.
Aw.
And then I came. I was like, oh shit! I was like, it's 7:26. I was like running over here, trying to get my makeup done. And
We're
get on
going to play another round after.
Yeah.
After the
I'm about to
podcast.
hit level 5 with Shiba Lanke.
Nice.
Damn.
So anyway, yeah, there it is. Go play with us. We'll be on there.
So
And
we
I
should
think
also-
once you put the code in, you can choose your platform, whatever you're gonna play on.
We should also probably mention a few other things that happened during the stream this weekend. Like
can do this.
Ryan's infamous pictures got released that a lot of people were waiting for.
Handsome
including
gnome.
His gnome picture, which I think a lot of people were disappointed in because they expected something else.
It's all right. It'll be
There it
better.
is.
It'll be better in the
But
animated
it's
adventure.
fashion gnome. And this was the picture.
It's like because the problem is I don't see gnome.
I
Yeah.
do.
He's just like snowboarder.
Snowboard.
It looks like his head is cold.
Right.
I mean,
He's not on a lawn.
that's
weird.
what gnomes are wearing, right?
Or a mushroom.
Yeah, I wish we had the
And,
actual picture of him on the on the magical mushroom in the Enchanted Forest.
There's also the twist article of him as an 18-year-old.
There it is.
James. It's always weird seeing his name as James, even though his name...
I like the anecdote. It was
What's funny is I didn't even read the anecdote.
You didn't?
No, I just looked at the picture.
It was about him asking out a girl, or
He said it
something
wasn't-
like he sent her an email asking her out, and she never said anything, so he got really nervous.
He said it was completely fake.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, he didn't say any of that.
They looked at the guy and was like, this looks like the kind of guy who would send someone an email asking
Yeah.
someone out.
Does that not
He
work?
looks so different.
I know, right?
No,
What
he looks the
happened?
exact same.
What happened?
Barbara, would that ever
Life.
work with you?
This
Someone
also-
sent you an
Oh, his
email.
ID card.
If Ryan, like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's a good-looking guy. He's
I ain't gonna
female
lie.
He
model.
was.
Yeah.
Still is. Absolutely still
I ain't
is.
gonna lie,
But he's
Ryan's
married,
pretty
so
hot
I'm
there.
being appropriate.
I think Alan Richard's appropriate
Yeah.
too. And you talked about your ovaries quivering.
You know, he doesn't. He's not in the office every day. I don't have to face him every day.
Preparing for baby.
Unfortunately.
Oh, and there's my picture. My mom sent me that the other week.
What are you doing there?
He looked like
I'm in
LaBamba.
my.
Were you going to prom?
No, I was in band when I was at college, and
What'd
that
you
was our
play?
band uniform.
What'd you play?
I didn't play anything.
What?
Were you the baton twirler?
Rice has a scatter band, so instead of marching, the band just goes out in the field and plays music. So since
Runs
they don't
around?
march, there's people who go out and put on shows. They're called show assistants. So I was a show assistant. And I went out and like.
Did you do
put on
magic?
shows. No, there's no magic.
Oh.
I was in the band. I didn't play anything though.
I play the
Yeah.
kazoo in the basketball band.
Well, wait, no,
I
no,
wait,
wait.
look like a
What
trombone.
did you do on the field, though?
It's like you put on shows. Like you come up with a theme for a show.
Yeah,
then
but what's the show you
Did
did?
you dance?
no, there's no dancing.
Did you
It's
just
like
go out
running
there
around,
and
running around,
look cool?
building props?
This
and
is like you have
blowing
like
shit
a
up.
little dummy. Like little
Running
guy.
around building props. as
Well,
there
you
was
build
music
props and
for
then
it.
you use them and run around.
Oh.
You can look up examples of shows on
You know
that.
what we did at UT? One. That's what
Wow.
we did.
You don't
Oh.
do that
Not
anymore.
anymore.
Yeah.
I like your past tense of did.
Yeah. Is
Somebody
what it is.
after the animated adventure about the Rice football team, somebody sent me a picture on Saturday of the stadium, the Rice Stadium, and there was nobody in it.
Yeah.
There was a game going on and it was empty as
Well,
shit.
the problem is that the Rice Stadium holds, I think, like 50 or 60,000
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, it's a big
And-
stadium.
That hosted a Super Bowl once.
Yeah, it hosted a Super Bowl. One of the early ones, like 5 or 6. And there are, at the time I went, there were 2,000 undergrads at
That's
Rice.
crazy.
It's gonna-
So it's
yeah, that's. I
if
mean,
every single undergrad goes to the game, the stadium's 4% full.
yeah, I doubt there's like 48,000 Rice football fans out there as well who will
Right.
fill up the rest of the seats.
So it was always super depressing.
It's pretty sad.
It's just this giant stadium. It's totally out of place with the rest of the campus, and like that's a huge parking lot and the
How did they
tiny
even
ass
get
school.
like the money for that stadium?
Oh, Rice is fucking rich.
Yeah.
Rice has
No
a ton of
shit.
money.
You think they'd build like a observatory or something though? Something nerdy.
Yeah.
And their football team would play there. The
observatory. We're gonna
observatory.
observe other football teams and learn how to win. Excellent. Excelsior. It was a fun time, man. Bunch of nerds, even the football players.
The one semester you were there.
I was there 2 semesters.
yeah, represent.
Notable alumni on the Rice Wikipedia page.
Really?
Are you really?
But you're not an alumni.
I know. Oops. I went there. That makes you an alumni, right? Do you have to graduate to be an alumni?
I believe that's where the term comes from.
I
yes.
think so.
Bullshit. I'm gonna get that changed.
I was on that for my my high school.
Go to.
Are you?
get your
You're on the high.
GED.
You're a notable alumni.
I was. I think someone removed me
I
though.
wonder if
Oh.
Who heard
I
me
went to the
talking
same
about
high school as Jim Zorn.
Who?
He was a football player.
Oh. Every single notable alumni on my high school page
Is
is
a
a
hockey
hockey
player.
player. Every single. Oh, and Sandra Oh from Grey's Anatomy.
Hey,
But other than that,
Peyton, the code worked for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said, yeah.
Yeah. Someone said that the code didn't work for them.
well,
put
type
it in wrong.
right.
You typed it in wrong, then, dude, because we tested it.
I understand that I'm not notable in any way, but I still have looked on that page.
Oh, you
and
gotta
I was
type-
looking at like what it takes to be a notable alumni, like who else is on it.
Yeah.
And I was
You-
like, man, I'm not.
I don't
Real
think
fast
I
point
fit
of
this
clarification.
criteria.
If the code's not working for you, you have to type the dashes.
Oh, okay.
Type the dashes in, and it'll work.
Technically, that's still correct. You're typing it in wrong if you don't.
Yeah,
type
you're
the
typing it
dashes.
in wrong. You got to type the dashes.
Type it
in.
exactly how it says on the screen.
Yes. All right. That's just wanted to throw that out there. We tested it. We had Payne type it in earlier, and he said it worked. I was like, oh shit. Got someone complaining about it on the Twitter feed.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe they're already all in use.
No, there's no way.
10,000?
It was way too fast. See, you got it. There it is. Yeah, there's 2 dashes. See, That's what it was. They didn't type the dashes.
Well,
in.
fuck that guy.
Well, normally you feel like a form puts those dashes in or separates the code appropriately.
I just checked. I'm not a notable alumni from my high school. To be fair, I didn't graduate from
I don't
high
think
school.
there are any notable alumni from my high school.
Yeah. Well,
From Rice? Oh, sorry.
From my high school.
High school.
you might
I thought
be
you
the
said
only
school.
one.
Yeah, that's questionable too. It's like we got that guy who gets drunk on camera a couple times a week.
You're of note. That's notable.
Yeah, this guy sat next to LeVar Burton. This guy sat next to sat next to LeVar Burton.
He's notable by proxy.
You're not added, just LeVar Burton is.
You typed to him on AIM. I'm curious to see if I'm still on mine. Probably not.
So, are there any more stories from the stream for me?
I mean, there's a ton of stuff.
Just rewatch it.
Adam
Yeah.
Kovic, who's our friend from IGN, you might have heard of him from the Gauntlet Season 2. We actually called him, or Jack called him, at 8:30 Central Time, which is 6:30 a.m. in LA. And they just woke him up and said hello and that he should come. And he did. He bought a plane ticket that day. And he was in Austin by like 9 o'clock that night. And he stayed for the whole
joke
stream.
passed. What? She said you should come, and then he did, and then he got on a plane and came here.
Touche. But yeah, that was awesome.
I shouldn't say something. Lauren drew Kid Jordan in his Fight Club.
I broke the number one rule.
Yeah. Well,
all these new members, second graders, are gonna come in and beat the shit out of you.
second grade Jordan didn't talk about Fight Club.
That's
so
true.
He kept it real.
I don't think I ever mentioned it until tonight.
So I went to the AT&T store recently because my girlfriend she wanted an iPhone, and even now they still don't have that many. And we were asking them, can you let us know when you get some? They're like, actually, we can't do that. It's against the rules. But what I can do, and he was talking to her at the time, I can give you my card and then just send me a text in the morning, and I'll let you know if we have them in. And he just gave her the card. And I was just like, what the fuck just happened? It's like this guy's like flirting with her, like right in front of me.
Text me sometime.
Yeah, and I was like, do not text him. You can call him, but please do not text him.
Did her ovaries quiver at all?
Probably.
That's how you do it.
Was it Alan Richardson who was?
No, oh, thank God. I wouldn't get mad at her, though, for that. I'd be like, I get it.
So we were talking earlier. Brandon has this really bad problem where we don't talk to each other very much at work, but if we're going to be on the podcast and it's Monday at work, he wants to come in and talk about everything. So
That's
anything we
not
could conceivably
true.
talk about that night on the podcast,
It's already ruined.
he's already ruined the discussion and talked about it ahead of time.
All right, well,
Why do you
sit
do that?
here.
So
I get excited.
One of the things that you want to talk about was the windowless plane concept.
Oh, my gosh. So somebody is proposing, in order to eliminate some of the weight on a plane, to take out all the windows and put LCD screens, and then they would attach cameras to the actual plane.
What?
And project that on there. And I was just like, that is the worst idea. Like, I would have a
sounds
panic
frightening.
attack
Yeah.
in the middle of that. And it's the worst part of it is, like, if you adjust to it, but then you go to sleep and you're in like this awkward phase, and then you kind of like wake up and you don't know where you are, and you just look and you're just flying through air. Like, I would die.
The
I would
best is-
literally die.
The best is when like someone on that flight like figures out how to hack into that LCD system and just starts playing the
yeah.
horn all along the inside of the plane.
Or like fire.
Yeah.
Or the
plane
image of a plane
crashing.
and going down into the ground.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
Just a bunch of dead bodies everywhere.
Can we
gruesome.
talk about where we're flying to tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, are we allowed to talk about that?
Let's wait on that.
Okay.
Are we-
Can we say where we're flying to? Because I think it's funny.
The city?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We're taking a plane all the way to Dallas tomorrow.
Yeah.
We were good.
Are we all doing it?
No, not you.
Sorry,
Everyone
Dallas,
but
Dallas.
you.
We had to go up to Dallas for something for work, and we're like, we'll just drive up there, do the thing, and then
Yeah.
come back. And it's actually faster to fly up
I
there.
think I know what actually changed your mind from driving to flying. We were going to lunch the other day, and like some like Backstreet Boys or something came on your radio, and I started singing to it, and I was like, "This is what 3 hours in the car with me would be like."
And then I realized that's what 6 hours in the car there's going to be.
Exactly.
And then you bought the plane ticket.
And I was like,
very
maybe we
shortly.
should look
Yeah.
into this plane ticket idea again. Luckily, there's planes frequently enough between Austin and Dallas where we were able to find one that worked. I was like,
Yeah.
I thought there'd be no way that we could
Yeah,
actually
it's a
make
very
that work.
specific
I've
time
never
frame.
I've never done that before, where you like fly to a city, do something, whatever, and then fly back the same day.
Yeah, I'm gonna get on the plane with nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
no luggage, just walk right on.
Yeah,
You
It's
are
gonna be
more
awesome.
excited about that than I've ever seen you excited.
I'm
about.
It's
really
really cool.
excited
I'm
about
excited
that.
too.
It's like I'm just gonna go in, sit in the plane, go to where I'm going, then get off.
You know that's
Yeah.
gonna backfire.
How's it gonna they're gonna lose my wallet?
No,
Or like
I
our
don't
flight
know.
will be canceled. We have
yeah,
to
the
stay
flight's
overnight.
canceled. We have to stay overnight.
Oh, boo-hoo! I have my wallet. I can go buy fucking underwear. Big deal.
Or we could just
the
rent a
one
car
thing
and
you need.
drive
That's
back.
all I need. I'll wear the same clothes again.
Let's go to the Disney store and get you another Michael Jackson shirt.
I've done that, but I mean, I've been on trips before where, or like work trips that get extended, and I run out of clothes, and you have to go buy some more.
Well, I got stranded in Chicago, and none of my luggage was with me because it made the trip to Austin. So I literally
didn't?
this is all I had, and I had to like wear it the next day. And that's when I just went into the airport and grabbed a random shirt.
Monty and I got stranded in Dallas last year on our way to Australia.
Terrible. At least it's
Yeah.
a good airport to be stranded in. It has a lot of
Oh
stuff.
my God! Did you see that video today, or I guess maybe it was this weekend, of the guy getting tackled at the Dallas airport?
No.
It was there was some, I don't know what the hell was wrong with this guy. He started like screaming at another person in the airport, going and ranting and raving about how he hated homosexuals, and
Was it unprovoked or you don't know?
you really don't know. Like the other guy's just like has his back to him and is like talking to the counter, and this other person starts like screaming at him, and then tries to punch him. And then like all these people come and tackle the guy, and one of the people who tackles him looks just like Paul Rudd. People were reporting that it was Paul Rudd. And Paul Rudd had to be like, no, that wasn't me. I wasn't there. But the guy in the video looks just like fucking Paul Rudd.
That would have been awesome if it was actually Paul Rudd. I would have so much respect for him if he did that.
Paul Rudd's still cool.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
it wasn't him tackling the homophobe in the DFW airport. And the guy does the Randy Marsh thing. This is America. And he's like being arrested and he's got the handcuffs behind him. It's like, I thought that was a joke.
I think people are that real. That's why I think he's become the best character on that show. Because he's like the ultimate representation of like the American male.
Yeah, I got so happy the other day. They were, I think it was on Friday, they were playing that episode that I thought this
Yeah.
was America. I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'm definitely watching this.
Yeah.
I hate people when I go flying.
Why?
At airports, on the plane, everywhere. I hate them. It's just like you've never been more frustrated with humans until you're actually like on a plane.
I'm frustrated with humans every time I drive in this city.
That's too.
Oh, like people in LA are much better drivers. I'm sorry, you're from Georgia. People in Georgia are much better.
No, people in LA, they're better drivers than here. Yeah, they're crazy drivers, but they know the rules of the road. They don't try to like make up lanes. Like there's an intersection on my way home from work that is obviously a bike lane. There are 2 lanes, and then there's a bike lane. People get in that bike lane to wait at the light where there's no lane for you to keep going, so they just end up like funneling into the same lane again. I talk to Gus about this all the time.
Yeah, we get frustrated about that all the time. It's actually right over here in front of the studio, right by the Mueller Shopping Center.
Oh, yeah.
And right there where he's talking about, there's also like a little island. It's like got rocks. I'm sure you've seen it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've seen people drive up there thinking that's a lane. It's like that's not road.
We saw somebody driving on a pedestrian bridge downtown.
We thought for sure that bridge was gonna crumble.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
It's like
Way
down there
downtown.
on
It's like right there by the convention center.
on 4th Street, right where the rail is. Like just to the side of it, there's like the pedestrian, like the bike lanes, and then the pedestrian walkway. Someone was southbound on Red River, and they tried to turn left on 4th, realized they couldn't, then saw the walkway for pedestrians, and then drove on that, and then went over the bridge. And we were like, "What the fuck are they doing?"
It was like a big SUV too, and we were like, "That bridge is gonna collapse." And they made it, but it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
One time
well-
I saw someone turn the wrong way going on 6th Street at like 10 o'clock on a
Yeah.
Friday.
Oh, no.
Where there's people.
Yeah.
And every single person on that street was just like yelling at them and like throwing beer at their car.
Get the fuck out of here.
That happened to a girl, I think, a couple years ago. She was trying to get away from somebody, and she just drove down 6, and they closed that off to all vehicles.
Yeah.
So cops didn't know what to do, so they started shooting at her.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Why was she trying to get away from someone?
I have no idea.
Yeah, so she
Crazy.
tried to sue the Austin Police Department, claiming that it was excessive use of force. But the
Well-
argument was that she was driving into a crowd of people, They were
Yeah.
trying to stop
Including
her,
them, yeah.
right, from
She-
potentially
yeah.
killing a large group of people.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that lawsuit got thrown out.
Yeah. That must be weird, though, to like, you just all of a sudden see there's bullet holes around you, and you're just like trying to grab, like, make sure you're okay.
Have any of them hit me?
Yeah.
It's like a movie, you don't know. Then you don't know until you see it.
It's always dramatic, and you're like, oh,
It's like, so
no,
then if
there's
movies have
blood
taught
on
me
your hand.
anything, if you think you've been shot, don't look at it and you're
Yeah,
fine.
don't look down.
I'm just going to look up.
It's like that moment in the Pirates of the Caribbean where Captain Barbossa turns human and he goes, I feel. And then he just starts bleeding and dies.
Yeah. Or
Fucking
like
spoiler.
Wile E.
Oh,
Coyote.
he's like 10 years old.
When Wile E. Coyote like runs off the cliff, he's like totally fine, and then
Yeah.
he has to look down and realize there's nothing there. And
That's when that's how gravity works. That's
That's how
exactly what happened to Sir Isaac Newton. He looked up and then the apple fell.
No, the apple looked down and then fell on him.
No, it's whoever's getting hurt is the one that controls
So
the
does
gravity.
that mean blind people can't get shot or feel gravity?
Right, they can't fall. They can levitate because they don't know. These are like cartoon gravity rules.
Yeah.
Everyone knows
So
these.
dumb.
Here, I'm going to read this other thing. I want to remind everyone this episode of the podcast is also brought to you by... There was something else that happened today I want to talk about in the podcast. I think I talked to Brandon about it already. But
Ruined.
Did you see the... I guess the gaff that Walmart had with their Halloween costumes? They have all their Halloween costumes listed on their website.
Yeah.
And they had a certain section for the women's costumes that was labeled fat girl costumes.
This has to be fake.
No, there were screenshots from the Walmart.com website.
I feel like that's doctored though.
It wasn't actually
Walmart
like
apologized for it.
it wasn't a fat suit, right?
It was not a fat suit. It was like plus size costumes.
I just can't believe that such a big corporation like that would do that. Like, even as a mistake, I feel like there's too many like passes to go through before you get to that final
Before you get to fat girl
categorizing
costumes.
Yeah.
costumes.
It's just a guy in Arkansas just being like, no, fat girls.
Yeah.
It's like, no, there's no check. It's just like the guy on the website, right?
Yeah.
Labeled it.
It's like social media, I understand, because that's usually just one person tweeting or posting something. But to like label something on your website,
There it is.
I feel like that just isn't something that one person does.
Toys R Us got
Fat
in.
girl costume.
Toys R Us got in trouble.
Toys R
'cause-
Us.
Toys and Us.
I love
Is that
Toys
is that
R
a
Us.
new sex,
It's like the
sex shop?
generic. It's like the generic
It
version.
sounds
of
like
Toys
the
R Us.
Toys and Wheat.
Like it sounds like an adult gift shop. Toys in Us.
They got in trouble because they released some Breaking Bad figurines.
Yeah.
They didn't release them. They were just selling them.
Well, yeah, whatever. It was at the store, and it had like fake meth in it, and
That's awesome.
like
Yeah, I
parents
want
were
one.
obviously upset, and their response was, "Well, these are only for kids that are 14 and up," and it's like they're just there for everybody. But I like to imagine it's like the way video stores used to work. There's just like a back room that you go into, and it's all the
For the
toys there
toys.
for like people 15 and up.
You go through the beads.
Well, so I think they pulled it because they had like a petition that had like 10,000 signatures on
Yeah,
it.
some mom started it.
Right, but then there was like a retaliatory petition that had 30,000 signatures saying restock it and put it back on the shelves.
So is it back?
No,
Toys R Us is just like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
What do you want?
they should have left it up there. I mean,
Yeah.
it's really a question of whether or not they're selling toys for everyone or just targeting kids. And I
Yeah.
think they're obviously probably just targeting kids.
They
which is
should have
why they
read the
removed it.
names though on that counter petition. See how many are real and how many are just like
Combo,
Yeah.
Skinny
Seymour
Pete,
you say
Heisenberg.
smelly butts.
Seymour.
Seymour
Butts.
butts.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's fine. I think they should be able to sell it.
Yeah, it's just people. I think people need something to overreact to,
Out of
or else they
context,
just get bored.
if you're just a kid and you don't know what Breaking Bad is and you get those figures, it's just like a couple of figures. One of them has like some chemistry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some
This guy's
blue
a scientist and likes
candy.
blue candy.
I used to eat toy cigarettes. That's way worse.
The bubblegum ones?
No, it was like
Weren't they the white stick candy?
yeah, the white sticks, and at the end it had like a little red tip, and you just kind of like chew on it. But it came in like a little cigarette box.
It was bubblegum, wasn't it?
No.
There are some that's bubblegum.
Okay, the ones I
And
knew were, but the ones I knew also had like flour in them between
Yeah,
the
and then you
gum,
could, like-
and you would blow it, and it would look like smoke.
Yeah. You look so cool.
Teaching kids the right
Yeah.
way.
Smoking is cool.
I like that joke in
No.
Community when Troy is like he's really upset because everyone's thinking he's like still acting immature, and he's like, I'm a grown up, and he like pulls out like a nice like cigarette holder and like opens it up and puts it in his mouth, and like Britta goes to light it, and then he just eats it because it's a candy cigarette. He's like, I'm an adult.
It's so weird to me that was a thing. Like
Yeah.
that they were cigarettes.
You could still get those.
They still make them. I
Yeah.
thought they didn't make them anymore.
I can.
You know,
Hey, I can
guys-
get you some candy cigarettes tonight.
By
Sweet.
3:00.
Yeah.
You got to call someone first to get stocked.
Is that the end of the joke?
Yeah.
The other day,
Joking.
Esther was watching. My wife Esther was watching a documentary on the Vice website. They found the guy who used to be the person who made the most chemically pure meth in the United States, and I want to say he was operating out of Alabama, and his name was Walter White, and he did it for like 10 years, and it's just like this crazy story.
Did he kill anyone?
No, but he tells a lot of stories about like how, he did all the cooking. He had a partner who handled all the distribution. They had a shady lawyer that they all used to kind of get him out of stuff. And it's like, it's really, really bizarre.
The fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was just kind of loosely based off him.
Was that on purpose? Well, loosely based on his name is Walter White.
Well, I mean, like Nucky Thompson, there was a real Nucky Thompson, but they, changed all that stuff.
Was there really
in
a real
Boardwalk.
Nucky Thompson?
Yeah.
I thought he was just a fictional character that we were entering the world of 1920s prohibition through.
No, the guy exists, but they changed a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Are you talking about something like, what are you talking about?
Boardwalk Empire.
Boardwalk Empire.
Okay, I'm totally lost. I have no idea what the fuck y'all are
I was
talking
just not
about.
contributing to that because I had no idea what they were talking about. And I
You
didn't
don't
want to
know
seem
Nucky?
stupid.
No, I don't know Nucky Thompson.
Yeah. Enoch Thompson.
Nucky.
So they also asked the real Walter White if his meth was blue. He's like, no, it's white. He's like, there were ways you could make it different colors. Sure, you could be gimmicky and make different colors. He's like, but yeah, I just make
That's not a
meth.
style.
Crystal
Yeah.
blue persuasion.
So didn't Boardwalk Empire just end, or is it about to
Last
end?
night
Last
was the
episode.
very last episode. I really liked it. I thought it was awesome.
I've never watched a single episode of Boardwalk Empire. So now that it's all done, obviously no spoiler. Is it like a series you'd recommend someone?
It's one of my favorite shows, yeah.
How many seasons did it run?
5.
I definitely think the last 3 seasons were way, way better than the first 2.
Yeah. But I love that show. It's one of my favorites.
It's not as much as Deadwood was, but there's a certain aspect to it where,
I never liked that one.
well, I feel like sometimes you're like, I'm not really sure if this is brilliant or just kind of boring. So there's like some parts where it's just like, oh, this is kind of dragging on, but it's still really good.
Yeah, I just like every line of dialogue any character says is like there's always something behind it,
Yeah,
There's-
and it's shot really well too.
Yeah, it's just lots of cool like the sets they use and stuff to like make it look like the 20s.
Yeah.
Is really cool.
Series finales are so surreal, though. You're just like, this is never coming back.
This is the end.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
What's the best series finale you've ever seen?
Next Generation, the All Good Things episode. It was a time travel episode.
That's a really good episode.
And it's like all the time periods didn't actually relate to one another, but there was one event that was permeating each timeline. It was really cool. That was probably the best finale I've ever seen.
That was really good.
What about you?
It's the funny thing is it's really easy to hate a series finale. I think
Yeah.
it's really,
Yeah.
really difficult to have a series finale that is good and wraps things up. I really like the Sopranos finale. I thought it was.
Doesn't that get a lot of criticism?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it was perfect.
So does Seinfeld, though.
I did not like the Seinfeld
Yeah,
finale.
they did a clip show, though. That's different.
2 episode clip
It
shows.
really, yeah, but it was
Before
like
the
bringing
finale.
back all your old characters. I mean,
Yeah.
that's really what it was.
Yeah.
I would have
It's
been
like-
fine, but they actually showed clips from old episodes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like what Wes Anderson kind of does the same thing in his movies where he has like a really eclectic, cast of characters. Then at the end of the movie, they all come together for some reason and you see all of them.
Yeah, but
in some way.
they don't cut to Royal Tenenbaum like in the middle of the movie. That's the thing that broke it for me. It's like you're actually seeing the
Yeah,
other
and don't get
footage.
me wrong, I'm not trying to defend it. I really
Okay.
am not a fan of the
I didn't
Seinfeld
like-
finale.
I didn't like the Wire series finale.
Well, the whole last season of The Wire was not great.
Yeah. They're remaking that or redoing it in HD and re-airing it.
It's crazy because one of the guys who's in all of Boardwalk Empire, I forget his name, he plays Chalky White.
Oh,
And
right, yeah.
He was also on The Wire. So he
As
was on
Omar.
television for like, I guess
10 or 11 years?
Yeah, 8 years. Like Matthew Fox.
About 11 years. Yeah.
Matthew Fox was on TV for like 12 out of 15 years. Like it's crazy to think that a huge
and-
chunk of your life you're just on television.
And
every
then he
week.
got drunk and assaulted a bus driver.
Yeah, that's the worst mugshot I've ever seen in my life. He's like,
all,
no
like,
dignity.
bleary-eyed and fat.
It's like
Someone captioned it, Kate, we have to go back.
it's like if you're gonna get a mugshot, you got to be prepped. Like it'd be like, guys, give me a second. I'd like try to get my game face on. It's like either gotta be like kind of like funny or goofy or just like cool. Cause you're like,
Yeah,
this
and
is
the
gonna
cops are
follow
like,
you
oh yeah,
forever.
sure, yeah, take a minute. You know,
Yeah.
we're not doing anything
Yeah.
here.
Like you have makeup. Like
Yeah.
Bill Gates, great mugshot.
That's a great mugshot.
Yeah.
Like, what did he get? He got booked because he was speeding, right?
Yeah, he's going like 120 miles an hour.
Bill
And he
Gates?
just looks like a snot. Yeah, he was when he was, I don't know, 20. Really young.
Oh,
Yeah.
they meant like recent Bill Gates.
No.
I haven't seen it.
It looks like he's on the toilet.
Kate, we have to go back.
I like to think that they took like a whole series of pictures.
Yeah, that was
and
their
that was
favorite.
just like one little frozen moment, like those horrible Beyonce photos a few years ago in the Super Bowl.
The ones you cannot find on the internet because her publicist had them removed.
Jeez, what a dumb thing that was.
Yeah,
Delete this from the internet. Get it up.
Nice try.
I see them do it all the time on TV and the movies.
Yeah.
So, have you all seen like the first 3 X-Men movies?
Yeah.
X-Men, X-Men
Yeah.
2, then X-Men: The
X-Men
Last
United.
Stand.
Yeah.
So yesterday, Esther really, she's not like a comic book fan. I'm really not a comic book fan either, but Esther really likes the X-Men. So we bought all of the movies on Blu-ray because there's like a bundle on Amazon you can buy for like $30. It's got everything except for Days of Future Past. So it's like we bought this bundle for like $30, and so yesterday she's like, let's watch the first 3 X-Men movies.
Just like a big just
Yeah,
marathon.
it's like, let's just do it. And I was like, all right. And I was like, I'm gonna warn you right now, you're probably not gonna like the third one.
Yeah.
Oh, she hasn't seen it?
Right.
Oh, no.
She's like, okay, no, I'm sure it's fine. We'll watch it. So you watch the first one. She's like, wow, that movie's old, but it still holds up. She's like, it's still good. I was still interested. You watch the second one. She's like, wow, that was
Fucking
good.
awesome,
She's
right?
like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
really good. She's like, that was way better than the first one. It's really, really engaging. We watched the third one and like 5 minutes in, she's like, what's wrong with this movie?
Yeah, it's just like
She's like, why does it look like this? Why are they talking like this?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, they got a new director and a different writer.
Yeah.
She was like, people are just doing stuff. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that is the worst line of dialogue, I think, in any comic book movie.
From X-Men 3?
Yeah, Wolverine tells Cyclops he needs to, get over Jean dying. And then Cyclops turns to him and says, we don't all heal as fast as you, Logan. It was funny.
Wow.
Like, I like to think there was a writer and he was just like,
Vomit-inducing.
oh my God, this is the best
the
line.
other terrible line in that movie is, there's that scene where Mystique gets shot with the antidote gun, so
Yeah.
she's no longer a mutant, and then so she rats out like Magneto's plans,
Yeah.
and then the president like learns the plans, and she's like, "How do we find out?" And they point to the monitor where she's telling him everything. He's like, "Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my
So
god,
really?
give me a fucking break!"
There's
Nobody
a line
would
of
ever
dialogue
say
in the
that.
first movie that everybody makes fun of, but I actually love. It's with Storm, and I think Toad is holding on to a railing with his tongue.
yeah.
And she's like, you know what happens when a toad gets struck by lightning? And in my head, I'm thinking, what does happen when a toad gets struck by lightning? And she's like, the same thing that happens to everything else. And she shocks the shit out of him. And I was like, good line.
my favorite terrible line of dialogue is from Star Wars Episode 3. Which
From
is,
my perspective.
yeah,
Jedi.
from my perspective, the Jedi are evil. Oh my god.
No, the worst one is her heart's just broken.
Oh yeah, she's dying of a broken heart or something. Like they
the fucking robot.
the robot's like, there's nothing I can do.
Oh my! I think I laughed out loud in the theater.
I like to think the robot thought he was being literal. So it just like stabs her in the chest and tries to like take her heart out.
The robot chicken did a like funny bit on that where like it's that moment and the robot's like, she's lost the will to live, and then the guy's like, lost the will to live, there's all this technology here. Make her survive, we're in the future.
Yeah, and
Come
it's
on,
like,
robot.
hey girl, you just had 2 children.
Yeah.
Like,
That's some
yeah.
it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
highly
Can't wait-
recommend
Can't
it.
wait for the next one.
If you want more movie talk, tune into Screenplay.
Tomorrow.
Tuesday, 4 p.m. The live stream. for
Tuesday, 4
sponsors.
p.m. Central.
Are you guys wearing Halloween costumes on that stream?
I don't know. I'm not on the stream. It's
Oh.
Blaine, JJ, Meg, and Chris.
Chris.
I wanted to be on it this week, but we're going out of town tomorrow. So hopefully I'll ask JJ. Hopefully I'll
I
get
think
invited
what
on
we're
next
doing
week.
is a little cooler than screenplay.
Shh, we can talk about it yet. We'll talk about it in a couple weeks.
So, do you ever feel like you disappoint your father-in-law?
No.
Where is this coming from, Brandon?
No. I had dinner with my girlfriend's dad, and he's a very, very big, strong Mexican man. You know,
Like me?
Yeah, no. And
You don't have to laugh that hard. Control room. We got it. It's a joke.
and he works like in this fancy like insurance company, and he doesn't speak a ton of English. And I'm not exactly, I feel like, the ideal strong boyfriend.
No?
No. Like, I can't fix a shelf, you know, which to me is like the ultimate sign.
You can't fix a shelf.
Yeah.
That's,
That's
the
the
example you go
ultimate-
with.
that's
One
the
time,
ultimate
no,
thing.
That's
one
the
time
ultimate sign of
my door
manhood
was
for
fucked
him.
up, so I had to hire a service called Rent-A-Husband. And they came out and fixed my door.
Way to
What was I gonna
emasculate
do? They
yourself.
did a great job. But anyway, we're all having dinner.
You rented a husband?
Yeah.
Did you have to cook him dinner or anything when he showed up?
Oh, yeah. It's
Give him
okay,
a
though. My
handy?
ovaries were quivering.
I bet.
So we're all having dinner. My girlfriend, myself, and then her parents. And he doesn't speak. He doesn't really speak English, but every now and then he'll talk to me, and it's, you know, he's really trying. It means a lot. One of the things he asked was, "What wine do you recommend?" And I know shit about that, so I was just like, Merlot. And it was like, I really don't know. And it was like this awkward moment. And then eventually I just ordered a Moscato for myself, which is like a very sweet wine. And the freaking waiter came out with like a dessert glass. It was like the most feminine thing they could have brought out. And when I grabbed it, it was like my hand took up the whole thing. And I was just staring at him. And he was just looking at me. And he just like closed his eyes and like shook his head.
God.
I felt so bad for her.
Have you never seen Sideways?
I have seen Sideways, yeah.
I'm not going to drink fucking Merlot.
Merlot. He's like,
Yeah.
if anybody orders Merlot, I'm out. That's the only reason I know Merlot. What's wrong with Merlot? That's what I was channeling. I was like, okay.
That's the extent of your wine
that
knowledge.
makes them angry.
Yeah, I didn't know what else to say.
Did he get the Merlot?
Pinot Noir?
I don't know. He ordered. I didn't even know what he ordered. I was it's a failure.
Learn a little bit about wine. Do you know anything about like liquor or beer or
Oh,
wine
I know a
or
ton about
anything?
liquor. I only drink liquor. I don't really drink beer.
What kind of liquor do you drink?
I like mostly gin and vodka. I used to drink a lot of rum and coke, but I don't really do dark liquor anymore. I can't drink whiskey. As soon as I smell it, I get really physically sick because that was the first liquor that I drank as a little kid. Because, you know, like if you're a kid, you sneak in and you drink, you know.
How old?
I don't know, like
What's the-
5. My grandfather had a stash of whiskey, and I went in and I just like took a big shot, and then I just threw up everywhere. And then now there's just this mental block. It just makes me feel, except for Fireballs.
Fireball's good.
Fireball's awesome.
Did you see that video
Tastes
of
like candy and alcoholism.
the guy who attached a GoPro
Just like
to a
mommy.
bottle of Fireball?
Oh, yeah.
Then passed it around a wedding?
No,
So
that's
everyone's
awesome.
drinking it, so then it's just a whole video of like from the Fireball's perspective
Yeah.
of everyone just like going around.
That video is
together.
kind of trippy because like you're always like the background's always like going up and
Yeah.
it's like if you were drunk watching that, it'd probably make you throw up.
Probably.
Well, this makes you think like, oh, if one of those people was sick, like
I know,
now
yeah.
everybody's sick.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
just watching
really
it
the
go-
herpes cam.
Something I noticed is that when people drink out of a bottle like that, they always close their eyes,
Hmm.
and the one person who opens his eyes looks weird.
I think it's because
It's
it's
like-
like I'm always afraid of spilling. Like when I'm drinking like that, you don't want anything to come out. And
Yeah,
like,
maybe it's because they know they're on camera and they're like, I'm gonna close my eyes. This is awkward.
Just don't want to make eye contact.
With
Geez,
the
now I'm
camera.
like hold on.
Yeah, I just took a drink as well to see
What
if
happened?
I was going to close or open my eyes.
I close my eyes.
What about you, Barbara? You know much about wine or liquor or anything?
I think like the normal amount that people know. Not very much, not very little. Just
Yeah.
kind of right in the middle.
Yeah, I've
Like
got-
I know multiple kinds of wines. I know liquors and what goes well with them and all that stuff, but I couldn't tell you about how things are
Merlot.
made or what goes
There you
well
go.
with other things.
Yeah, I probably have middle of the road knowledge as far as liquor and beer, but I don't know anything about
You've
wine.
made fun of me a lot for the stuff that I order.
Have I?
Yeah. Like I remember we were at Highball, and I thought I would be okay. I'd get a pass for ordering a White Russian because the
Oh,
Highball
God.
is all
Gus hates
about
White Russians.
the Highball is all about
Lebowski.
yeah, and the
Yeah.
dude. But like you and Matt like tore into me for it, but it was so delicious. And
Oh,
I
there's
think
the video.
They're pretty good.
Oh, this is the fireball at the wedding? That's really cool. Their eyes are all open.
They
So
might
far.
just look weird because it's from the higher angle.
Maybe.
a White Russian, like that's just like such a high maintenance drink.
Oh, for them to make I was like, I usually go, do you guys have cream? And it's like such a pain in the ass because they have to go to like the fridge and put it together.
Yeah.
One time for Damaris's birthday, we went out to a bunch of bars, and in his honor, I was going to order a White Russian because of that animated adventure where it takes
In
him
New York
forever.
Comic-Con?
Yeah, it takes him forever to order the White Russian. And we went to like 4 bars, and like none of them could make a White Russian. So I've
I
never
feel like
had
the
one.
Majority of the bars on 6th Street probably wouldn't make that.
Yeah.
They're not classy enough.
Well, they don't
want to go through the work.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why are
they-
you gonna hold cream around?
Yeah.
Because all they
Yeah.
do is this. Psh, how much do you tip bartenders?
Yeah, like a bucket drink.
A bucket drink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Depending on how.
Even on the last drink?
Sure, why not?
Especially on the last drink.
I mean, it
you tip
really
on the first drink because you're like, I want them to come back.
yeah, it depends a lot. Like how crowded is it?
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
I never tip less than $1 on drinks.
But per drink?
Yeah.
You know
like a
why?
$12
You know
drink?
what you can do?
What?
Drink at home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Save a lot of money that way.
You save thousands of dollars.
You know how I
if you
save
did
a lot
that.
of money drinking? I go downtown with Erin. Just her.
Yeah, she's like
Why,
the
does
free
she-
drink
No,
queen.
it's
lady
because
drinks?
when
I
there's
don't-
2 girls together downtown, especially on 6th Street, all the people who work at bars are out on the street trying to get girls to come into their bar. So every single time we'll step outside for like 2 seconds. I'll be like, hey, first round's on me if you guys come into this bar. And we're like, okay, get our free drink and then we can leave and then go back on the street.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Must
there-
be nice.
There have
Yeah.
been nights where we like have not had to
Like
pull out
I've
our
walked
wallets.
into bars and like, listen, sir, you got to pay double for drinks tonight. I'm like, okay. I'm fucking subsidizing your drinks.
Yeah, you are.
I'm buying your drink and you don't even know it.
It's the ugly dudes that make it possible for the ladies.
You don't even have to
one,
like.
one
it's
time,
just
man, I
any
was
girl.
really drunk on 6th Street years ago, long time ago before I was married. I was really drunk on 6th Street, and I was hanging out with some female friends of mine, and I needed to go to the bathroom so bad, and I was trying to get into this one club, but they wouldn't let me in because they could tell I was really drunk. But like then the 3 girls I was with came up, they're like, listen, just let us in. We'll keep an eye on him. We'll make sure he just goes into the bathroom. We'll leave. And the guy's like, all right, y'all can come in now. It's like if I was by myself, fucked.
Fucked,
The
yeah.
fact there were 3 girls there, like, all right, you can come in now.
I was a bunch of us were out, I think, at our Christmas party a few years ago, and Dustin, who's works for Jordan RTAA.
He doesn't work for me.
Sure
he
he
works
does.
with me.
Okay, excuse me. He works with Jordan RTAA. He was like super drunk, and we got kicked out of one bar, and then we went to the other bar, and they were like kind of suspicious, the bouncer. So he asked Dustin to spell Mississippi, which he failed at. He was like, "I'm sorry, you can't come in." And Dustin's defense was, "I couldn't spell that even if I was sober." Oh fuck!
Yeah.
One time I was going to a bar. I'd met up with a friend of mine, and we were going downtown with this girl I was meeting for the first time. I did not know this girl. So we're walking downtown, and we're walking up to the bar, and the girl who I'm meeting for the first time goes, "Hey," she taps me on the shoulder. She's like, "Hey, if you're born March 13th, what's your astrological sign?" I was like, "I don't know." I was like, "I don't know astrological signs." So we go up to the bouncer at the door. I give him my license, and I go, "Hey, you're a bouncer. If you're born March 13th, what's your astrological sign?" And she starts like punching me in the back. And we get in. I'm like, "What the fuck?" She's like, "I have a fake ID. And the birthday says March 13th. And I didn't know the astrological sign." I was like, "I didn't know you weren't 21.
Wow.
Did that freak you
Smooth
out?
as balls right there.
I didn't know." I was like, "What?"
That's
like classic
Dumbass bitch.
That's like-
I wouldn't have gone out with her if I knew that.
That's like Gus. Gus would be the kid who like at the end of class would be like, "Oh, teacher, you forgot to assign his homework,"
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Gus, no."
One time, speaking
Melvin.
of which, one time in 3rd grade, school had started. You know, we all went in. The bell rang. We all got into our class. We sat down, and there was no teacher. And we're all like, "Oh, I'm sure she's just outside or something." We waited like 5 minutes, and there was still no teacher. And I was like, "Well, I got to go tell the office that we don't have a teacher."
Of course you did.
Everyone in the class got between me and the fucking door.
How did you not got in a fight?
I made it out there.
don't get
I went
it.
to the office. I was like, "Excuse me, we don't have a teacher."
Of course you were that person.
The fucking principal
What
had to
if I
come in
don't
and
get
sit
it?
with us.
Excuse me, sir. I need to learn today.
You're the kid who, when there's like an open book test or like some thing where you have to like look at the map of the world and name the cities or the countries, and the teacher leaves the map up by accident, you're like, "Excuse me,
Yeah.
miss, you did not hide the map."
I totally would have done that.
Yep.
Because
Is that what you think Gus sounds like?
As a kid, yeah.
The thing was, I didn't give a fuck. Like, I knew the shit. I knew everyone else didn't, so like it didn't help me at all.
Yeah.
It's like, what do I care?
Yeah.
I'm looking out for Gus. One of the other things that I wanted to mention today, I know we're at the tail end of the podcast
We
now.
are.
I'm not saying we're going to end just yet, but we're at the tail end. I wanted to mention also we announced today that we're going to be releasing a mobile game, Rooster Teeth versus Zombians. We're partnering with a local game developer, Team Chaos, to put it out. And it's going to be fun. It's coming out really soon. There's the concept art. It's Barbara and me
Nice.
fighting some
Oh,
Zombians.
that's awesome.
Gus looks
Zombians.
like a lion.
Gus,
look
you look
like-
handsome in that.
That's what I said. I was like, you got to ugly it up a bit.
I'd give you free drinks.
So
Yeah.
Zombians are zombie aliens, and they've. I think the basic premise is they've invaded and taken over the studio, or stage 5, I should
Yeah,
say.
so
and you can see the break room there, and the spaceship is
takes place
That's
crashed.
here.
impressive. We just renovated that like a month ago.
They
Yeah,
had a
but-
hugely fast turnaround on that too.
Yeah.
Like we renovated it, and then this image came out like a couple days after that.
That's awesome.
So yeah, that's so they're basically out of stage 5, and a lot of Rooster Teeth employees scattered around the building, and
Yeah.
they can help the character. So I don't. It's gonna be weird playing as me, then finding me.
You should just play as yourself and go sit in our office and do work.
Yeah, just like close the door.
That's it.
Zombians, you need to be quiet.
Yeah, there's gonna be 8 different Rooster Teeth staff that you could play as. I think we could talk about who.
Can we?
I think so. Let me check the email.
All right, you
keep
check the
talking
email.
about it.
It's come a long way. I've been receiving the test bills for a long time now, and it's like when you first start seeing a game in development, it's like super rough, super basic, and then like every day there's a new build, and every day it's like, oh wow, this feature's in. Oh wow, this feature's in. And it's like now it's like, oh shit, it's almost done.
Oh yeah, it's on the talking points. Oh sorry.
On the talking points.
Not talking points.
8 cast members to find in the game: Barbara, Michael, Jeff, Ashley, Bernie, Gus, Lindsay, and Gavin.
Sorry guys.
Man.
Yay, Ashley!
Oh, no, the other Ashley.
No, just kidding, just
That's
kidding.
you.
Everyone loves Ashley the accountant.
No, that'll be in the bungalow expansion pack.
The bungalow DLC.
I don't think we've announced the release date, but it's coming along pretty quickly. It'll be out here.
Before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, before Thanksgiving. So be on the lookout for that. We're really excited about it. Rooster Teeth tweeted about it earlier.
And we're going to put more teasers and images and stuff as the weeks go on as well. So stay tuned.
Yeah, check it out. Check it out. Yay.
Barbara, can I ask you something about bar etiquette?
Sure.
If a guy comes up to you and just gives you a free drink, and let's say he's not interesting or kind of a douchebag, do you still give him like a certain amount of time?
I don't accept a free drink if I don't see it being made. Like if someone's like, hey, I got you this drink, I won't drink it. But if I'm at the bar and they're like, hey, let me buy you a drink, I'm like, okay, sure.
If we hang out, can you just give me those drinks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I've done that before. Like
Brandon
I
doesn't
don't
mind.
I
Brandon
don't
will
really
take the
drink
risk.
very much.
Yeah, life's about risk.
I don't drink very much. Like if I go downtown, I rarely get drunk ever. And so like if I'm offered a free drink, I'll just give it to my male friends.
Like, hey, thanks.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Well, like I'll like hold it for a bit, and then like I'll talk to the person obviously because it was nice of them, and then I'll leave and then hand it to.
That's such an awkward exchange to me.
Exchange,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man.
It's like the leaving that's like the weirdest thing. Like, all right, and then when you see them again later in the bar,
Yeah.
ugh. I was
Hasn't
at this
been
I'm,
like,
glad, I'm glad I'm married.
yeah,
I can't deal with that
it's
shit.
the worst.
I'm good at being blunt to people.
Go away.
I've been yelled at though before. Me and Aaron got yelled at a bar recently because there's this guy that came up to us who was clearly very drunk, and Aaron and I were just like talking to each other, and he like comes in between us. He's like, "Hey," and I was like, "Oh, sorry, excuse me, we're talking here." He's just like, "All right, so you're gonna go all mean girls on me and just like push me out because you guys are like too cool, and like why bother coming out to a bar if you're not gonna talk to anybody? Like why don't you just fucking stay at home?"
I am
And I'm
talking
like,
to somebody.
dude, but I'm talking to my friend. We don't want to talk to you. I'm trying to be nice by not saying like, hey, fuck off.
Yeah.
And he just like kept getting in our face, and then Aaron started yelling at him. And I'm like, no. This guy's clearly very drunk
No.
and a little unstable.
He'll get tossed out. Don't worry, you're fine.
Yeah.
My friend Neil and I went up to talk to a couple girls, and they literally said, "I'm sorry, but you're too ugly," and then walked away. This was in college. And I didn't get mad. I was just kind of like in shock. Like, would somebody actually say that?
Bitches. Like, be nice about it. If you're not into someone, just be like, sorry, like, no, thank you.
People go through the craziest things. Like, I was at this bar, and it was one of the nicest bars in Austin. Well, it was at this like really, really fancy hotel, and it's like Cougar Central.
Are you gonna say what it was?
No, I don't want to say where it was. So
Why am I sad?
when I was at the bar getting a drink, and then we were talking to this guy who was there, and at some point he kind of worked in the conversation that this is kind of, he's like, a regular, and more than that, they put like a special like plaque on the side of the bar, and it has his name on it, and we looked, and it did, and he's kind of like, oh, and like I help out the bartenders from like give him a risk. He's like, I kind of unofficially work here. We're like, okay, cool, it's nice. He was a cool guy.
Was it Jack?
It was not Jack.
Okay.
And then we came back like a week later, and he wasn't there, and I went to the side, and there was no engraving there. And I asked the bartender about the guy and that. And he's like, oh, yeah, that's just like a fancy label maker. Then he comes in and he sticks it to the side of the bar. And it's like crazy lengths that people go to.
Wow.
I don't think that
That's
works on
weird.
anybody or like conversations. Like,
What's funny, what's weirder is the bartender knows about it.
yeah, I think it's just kind of one of those things where like, eh.
Like that's
'Cause I'm
crazy,
sure
Teddy.
He buys a lot of liquor, It's
Let
a
him do what he
valuable
wants to
customer.
do.
Yeah. That's so bizarre to me.
People are weird.
I can't remember the
people are
last time I
desperate.
went down to 6th Street. That's so weird.
Let's go right now.
Right now?
Let's go.
Yeah, sure, fuck it. Let's end the podcast.
I'd be shocked if I saw you out one time.
yeah.
I'd be shocked.
Yeah, that's not
Be
happening.
like, are you lost?
Yeah, like, where am I?
went out
I'm
for-
looking for my home liquor.
Ben's going away party, right? When Ben went back to
No.
Oh,
No, he didn't come to that.
maybe it was Joel.
Joel came. Joel's come down a couple times actually.
Let's go.
No, I
Let's
don't
go to
wanna
Dirty
That sounds
Six.
awful. Sounds awful.
Yeah, I hate
I'm not gonna do that.
It's no
I'm
fun.
gonna go home. My home's comfortable. I've got booze there.
Yeah.
I
Do you
can
guys
watch
have
all the
Halloween
X-Men
plans?
Are
movies.
those booze $15 a glass?
No, it was much cheaper than $15 a glass.
Do you have Halloween plans?
Working on it.
Okay.
I think I need to. I really need to work on it. I'm out of time at this point.
Esther showed me her costume.
Oh,
and
she
it's-
did.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Do you have a costume?
No. I gotta figure that out.
Do your dogs have costumes?
No, the dogs are not getting costumes this year.
Oh.
What?
What'd they do?
They really don't get. I was gonna say they really don't get dressed up anymore. We really don't dress them up anymore.
They don't get dressed up.
They're past their prime at this
Yeah.
point.
They don't
No.
go. They don't go trick or treating.
What are you gonna be this year, Jordan?
I'm gonna be Double D from Ed, Edd and Eddie.
Nice.
I
Is
got-
Holly dressing up as well?
Yeah, she's Bride of Frankenstein.
Ooh,
Oh, that's a good.
Her
One.
costume's very elaborate.
I'm excited. She's really good at the costume stuff. I know won an 80s costume.
It's true.
At
If
work.
there's ever a costume contest, she's like, I'm in.
Yeah.
Like for whatever.
I'm excited about my costume this year.
Oh, it's awesome. Are you gonna talk about it?
I talked about it in the extra live stream, but I think I'm gonna hold off on talking about it here.
Okay.
So I'll send pictures to the internet as well.
What about
What
you,
a
Brandon?
tease.
Well,
It's really lame.
on a day-to-day basis, but for right now, apparently, Paul's gonna be the Joker. I'm gonna be Batman, and then our little pug is gonna be Robin. I bought like a little Robin outfit for it.
Jeez.
That's really funny.
Adorable.
It's like goddamn adorable.
All right. Well, it's about time to wrap up. So I want to thank everyone for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with an episode of Screenplay, Wednesday with an episode of The Patch, and again next Monday with another episode of RT Podcast. So thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.
Bye. I love you.